Hello and welcome to the Sandbox Daily with me, John Jordan. So the news we're looking at today is the record broken in February 2021 by the Sandbox in terms of NFT sales. So there were two land sales in February 2021, and the Sandbox has raised $2.8 million. That's almost 12 million of the Sand token. So these land sales were fully carried out in the Sand token, which is the underlying cryptocurrency for the Sandbox game. And obviously the price of Sand goes up and down, but roughly talking about $3 million worth. So we can see here they're kind of showing which of the land was sold. So it was this area here. This was the coin market cap themed sale, and then we had this area down here, which was themed or partnered with Metapurse and Pranksy and Yield Guild, who are kind of three. Well, Pranksy and Metapurse are NFT collectors, and Yield Guild is a kind of a blockchain gaming DAO. So those were the partners, and those are the areas that were sold off. So as the land sells off now, the land's not being discounted anymore. So that's one of the reasons that more they're raising more money, because these early land sales here, this was the first one, and these ones here were discounted, heavily discounted, the first one, and over time there's less discount, so they're kind of selling now at the kind of retail value, whatever that means. And the other thing here, we can click maybe see, is there were some of these very big areas here, and these were actually these ones here that say on sale. Actually, they're not on sale now. These were auctioned off, so these were very big estates. So some of them were like 6x6, some of them were 12x12. I think even some of them were 24x24. So some really big land sales. So there weren't many in number. There were like 6 or 8 or 12 or something of these big estates, but they were generating, kind of 30%, 40% of the overall land sales, because people are bidding on these very large individual estates. So those are the two reasons that the price is going up. It's still the case here, as it shows actually that there's still 55% of the map has not been sold yet. So 45% has gone, but all this grey area around here. So you can kind of roughly see here. This is the size of the map. You can start to see some of the edges now, but there's still more than half the land to be sold off. So there's still kind of plenty of land to go. And that's kind of it, really. This is the final thing to say. It's kind of interesting to get some data around how many people are involved in this. So there are over 160,000 Sandbox accounts. So that is just setting up through the web interface an account. Effectively, that could just be an email and a password. It could be an email, a password, and a Ethereum address. But that's how many accounts there are. In terms of the land that we just looked at, there are 5,300 unique wallets that are holding those land items. Obviously, in both these cases, there could be individuals could have more than one account, and obviously could have more than one wallet. And then it also says here over 200,000 active community members. That's probably again a bit more of a stretch. So they're saying there's more active community members than there are user accounts. I guess this is looking at things like Twitter followers, Discord followers, Facebook followers, that sort of thing. There, so I don't think we have to take all these as necessarily hard numbers in terms of actual users. This one here is probably a bit more serious in the sense that there are about 5,000 people who own NFTs in the game. Probably a lot of these have bought them to not to get involved in the Sandbox, but to sell the land at a profit. Nothing wrong with that. That those people are required. I guess what's interesting is how many, when the thing goes live, how many accounts will there be compared to how many land owners will there be? How many, will the fact that there's going to be only a fixed amount of land, as 166,000 individual bits of land, and there's already that many user accounts. You know, at what point are these this number of user accounts, is that going to drive up the price of the land, or how much is it going to drive up the price of the land? Because if the Sandbox gets really popular, obviously these people, they don't need to own land; they can just go in and play without owning land. But over time, there will be demand driven by these user accounts. So I guess that's kind of interesting. But still plenty of time to go. 55% of the land is still available for sale and will be sold. Probably not even all in 2021. I wouldn't think. There's no firm date that I've seen where all the land will be sold. I imagine the Sandbox will be keeping some of this back for even 2022. So we'll wait and see. Anyway, that's the news. Sandbox is doing really well at the moment, which is good news for all of us. We're just waiting for the thing to start going live, which somehow was supposed to happen in January, hasn't happened in February. So I guess we're hoping it happens in March at some point. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you subscribe to the channel. See you again soon.